I'm here with Daniel tonight, and Daniel, tell me about your newest addition, I guess you could say, to Knott Scary Farm that you had a pretty big part in.
I'm Daniel Miller. I'm a creator, designer at Knott Scary Farm, and my new maze this year is called Widows. And I really love that name because it is a true mashup of two of my greatest fears.
And a lot of people's greatest fears.
A lot of greatest fears. So my friend and I, we said to each other, hey, what's our two biggest fears?
Yeah.
One of them being me walking my dog. I always walk into spider webs. It creeped me out. And I always feared walking my dog for some reason. But because I always get covered, I really said, hey, let's recreate that feeling for everyone. The spider feeling. My friend said, I'm terrified of hospitals and elderly convalescent homes. I go, well, Widows, that's a great name. So I went home immediately that day and I wrote up 90% of the story, which is, it's actually, are you a big fan of Scary Farm? So there was a maze around 5-6 years back called Voodoo.
Yeah.
And one of the characters in it is a grandmother that I put into this convalescent home, and she prays to the goddess Arachne to open up a portal into the spider realm and have all the spiders come up and take over the withered bodies of this convalescent home. So it's sort of like they're werewolf spiders.
Okay.
So they've taken over these bodies, and you're kind of walking through the aftermath of all these kind of taking over widows.
Wow. So you come up with this idea, scared of walking your dog. How long from when you wrote that down? Like, how far back was that?
Around a year.
Then what was the process of like idea to reality?
It took around a year to do the whole thing. So I pitched it around a year. My process has to go for approvals. I like approval hopefully before Halloween,
Okay.
or because then I can start to design it right when we're in a Scary Farm.
Sure.
Because then I can walk out, go into a maze, enjoy it, take in the ambiance, and then kind of get a lot of ideas.
Get that inspiration.
Then come back and draw it up and add it into the haunt. And at that point, my maze was due January 1st, so I worked kind of through Christmas, drafting up all the maze, doing all the storyboarding, putting up all the lists, and then all the teams get the green light to build it, and then carpentry, paint, props, special effects, video is now a huge part of it. They all come together and make this wonderful creation, costume too, sorry. This wonderful creation called Widows. It's still being made. We're putting up the spider web. Yesterday I was putting up spider webs. I was covered in spider webs yesterday, and I was still picking out spider webs from my hair. It was disgusting.
And then you had to go home and walk your dog, I'm sure.
Yes.
So what is your favorite thing about this maze? This is the final question.
Well, my favorite thing is it's actually kind of cathartic. So I really like going into these worlds of, scary elderly women and spiders. I love that mashup. It's a wonderful bit of cleverness. Even the name is just so fun.
Thank you so much for
You're
your time.
welcome.
Can't wait to experience it.